everybody, it's Cindy here with Stampin' Creations. It is Monday, December 30th, which is crazy to think that we are already at the end of 2024. So I toyed with not going live tonight because I figured people might be busy, trying to get ready for New Year's, doing all the things. Some of you should be cleaning your desks off like I should be right now. But we're all trying to divert from that, I know. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go live because I have been prepping very hard with Tina for our event in March. And I came across a card and I was like, oh my gosh, why have I not done this card before? So I really wanted to make sure you saw this card because this one's going to be a fun one. And it's one I did with my team when we went to the cottage 2 years ago, I guess it would be now. Hi, Stacy. And I kind of tucked it away in my favorite cards, and I haven't looked at it since. So I think you're really going to like this one. It's not one I've seen. I don't see this one around much. So it's I don't even know where I found it. It's been a couple years. So if you are just joining me, welcome and thank you for joining me. If you're new, my name is Cindy Piggott and I am the face behind Stampin' Creations. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for the last 19 years. And yeah, so if you're returning, thank you for coming back week after week. If you're returning, you know how much fun we can have. So I'm going to need a little bit of input from you guys though, okay? Because Linda made it, yay! Any reason not to clean our stamp areas. I'm telling you, I have so much I should be doing, including, hi Chris, including cleaning my stamp table. You guys saw my stamp table. Oh! So I actually said to Maya, I said, I have to get going because I think I have to clean off my table before I can even do my live. And she said, based on your picture last night, it looks like you've got a lot of work to do before you go live. So we were running a little behind tonight because Maya has decided she wants to make homemade lasagna like my mom would make. And so we had to stop at my mom's to get her pasta machine because Maya's pasta machine has seized up. So we had to stop at my mom's and get her pasta machine. And when we got there, my cousins and her kids were there visiting my mom. So of course we had to stay and get caught up on all the things because all the kids are back in university again for I think the third or fourth time. So we had to get all caught up. And then we had to go start our grocery shopping and our errands. So we didn't even start doing our groceries until like 5:30. So it was a mad rush to get home. So I was worried I wasn't going to be on time. But here I am. And I'm excited to be here. And I see all my friends are here. Not all my friends, but some of my friends are here. See you, but no volume. Does anybody else have no volume? I hope that's just an isolated situation because my volume is up. So can somebody let me know if we have volume before we start in? Can hear you now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so one thing I do want to mention to you before we start on this card, I'm only doing one card tonight because this was a super fun one. And I just don't want to rush through it, and I don't want to do 3 just for the sake of doing 3. But one thing I do want to mention to you is that I did post a pop-up class that I had not originally planned on doing. And it's on the new Wildflower bundle that's in the Occasions Mini. So if you do not have your Occasions Mini, please reach out to me if you're interested in getting one. I will mail them out. I see that some people had filled out the form and I was not notified that you had filled it out. So I'm going to take care of those tonight after I get off the video and I will get those mailed out to you. So my apologies for not getting those into the mail sooner. Something just made me go and look and I was like, oh, there's more names here. Shoot. So it's I call it the birthday set. But I have to tell you, it's way more than the birthday set, friends. It is beautiful. The paper is incredible. So here's the dealio on this one, okay? Purchase the paper from me, okay, the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to give you a class for free. Now, the class is a pre-recorded video, okay, but I am collaborating with my dear friend Tina, and she's designing some cards and I'm designing some cards. So you're going to get a great selection of amazing, amazing cards. Joanne, yours is already ready to go. It was supposed to be put in the mail today, but I see it was still sitting on the kitchen table when I got home. So I'll make sure that gets sent out to you tomorrow. So you're going to get a great selection of cards from both Tina and I that we've created collaboratively. That's a big word. So you're going to get that class for free if you purchase the Designer Series paper from me. Okay? If you choose to add on this incredibly gold weaved ribbon, which, friends, I did not think I needed this in my life until I started using it. I was like, Tina's like, oh my gosh, Cindy, you have to use this stuff. It's amazing. I was like, oh, I didn't order that. And then I go out to my box of treasures and guess what? Here it is. And she's not wrong. It is incredible. It's soft. It's easy to work with. It adds just a great amount of beauty to all of your creations. So you need to have this. So if you add that on, excuse me, and if you add on these, okay, which I know you're thinking, Cindy, I don't need pop-out words. Like, they look prefabbed. I know what you're thinking, but trust me on this. I would never steer you wrong, I don't think. Okay, this is awesome. And the reason this is awesome is because these give you all the sentiments you could ever possibly want right here. And this is only $9.75. $9.75 for all of this. So if you add on the ribbon and you add on these with the paper, you're going to get the class. But I am actually going to throw in the, what are they called? Party dots? I think they're called party dots. It's the embellishments that go with the Wildflower Designer Series paper. So I'm going to throw it in for free, just as a thank you for saying, thanks for believing in me. Thanks for putting an order in. I appreciate you. Okay. So it was not a class that I had originally planned. I'm throwing it in as an extra little bonus for you. So take advantage of it because I'm telling you, I've got my cards kind of planned. I've seen the cards that Tina's designed, and friends, you're not going to want to miss this one. Okay. The only catch to this, or caveat, I shouldn't say catch, the only caveat to this is that you will have to use your own card bases. Okay? So what I will do is I will auto ship everything to you, right? So you'll have the paper, you'll have your words, and you'll have your ribbon if you choose to go that way, or you'll just have your paper. Either way, it will automatically ship to you. All you have to use is your card bases. And trust me, the colors that you're going to have, if you don't have them, you can use something basic. Cards are designed to be pretty straightforward, but you're going to love the cards. And you're going to love this paper. This paper is like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I can't even, it's hard for me to design cards because the paper's so beautiful that I'm having a hard time deciding on which side I actually want to use and what do I want to do. And I get all giddy and then I get all sidetracked and then everything just keeps going and then I have to like reel myself in a little bit. So, okay, so check it out. It's at the end of the month. It's January 31st and it's going to be a video. And I did that on purpose because I want you to be able to have time to kind of do it at your own pace, kind of stop the video, start the video, put your own personal touch on things. Maybe you don't want to do things like I'm doing it, that kind of thing. So it's a great option. Okay. And it's very inexpensive and it's a great way to still get cards done. They don't have to be birthday cards, by the way. Okay. All right. Want to see the card? Want to see the card we're going to make tonight? I'm so excited. I'm like giddy with excitement. Okay. So here's my desktop. Hello, Belinda. The pack, I knew you were going to ask me that. I just threw out the paper. It is called, hang on, let me get you the name. Stand by. Stand by. I have to just grab my thoughts here for a second. I opened up my Facebook and there's something there that made me really sad. So just have to grab my, let me grab this for you. It's at the very beginning of the book. Actually, it's at the beginning of the mini, I think. I'm just waiting for this to load. I want to say it's everyday something or other. We'll see if this loads. Oh, here it is. It is called Greetings for All. It's all sentiments. It's called Greetings for All. Thank you, Janet. See, you could tell her that quicker than I could find it. Okay. And they're $9.75 for all the words. Like, they're awesome. They're white, black. Here, let me show you just a little bit. So you get 2 sheets. So we've got the Merry Christmas, which I know, a little late for that, but get well soon, congratulations, Happy Christmas, thinking of you, blah, 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 right? So many things. And then here, look, we've got To the Grad. Like, that's a hard one. And do we want a whole stamp set for a grad? No, this is a great alternative. Sorry, best wishes, hey, right? Some of these we have stamp sets for, but some of them you don't want a whole stamp set on it, right? So these two go together. So I've used this Happy Birthday. I love you. Like, I don't know. Sorry for your loss. Happy Valentine's Day. Like, maybe you don't want a whole stamp set on Happy Valentine's Day, right? So you get 2 of each. So for me, I think this is awesome. I am like loving this option right now. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Okay. Everybody hang on to your pants. Hi, Sherry. Joanne and Kathy. Okay. Are we ready? I'm going to show you my original card that I did like 2 years ago. Those of you that are on my team that were with me at the cottage, this may look familiar to you. Okay, so this is the old one. Okay, it's pretty, eh? It's just like a regular book fold. Nice. Yes, I know. But then what happens when I open it up and it goes boop? Oh, hang on. I gotta boop it. There. What do you think? Have you seen this before? So it stands. Yes, you can color them too. Thank you, Belinda. That's a really great idea. Hi, Colleen. So this one I did with my team 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago now. When we were at the cottage. And I found it. And I was like, oh my gosh, how come I have not done this card in one of my classes before? And so I decided I was going to make a template, right? Because I didn't want to take this apart, right? It's so beautiful. I did not want to take this apart. So I decided to make my famous templates. You guys know about my famous templates. Okay, wait, look at my template though. This one has a tent because I glued it together wrong. But that's okay because I've got all of my writing on here. So I've got all my measurements and now I'm much wiser and I know exactly how to put my card together. Okay. So this is exactly why I strongly suggest to you that when you're making a card, that you really love, specifically like a fun fold like this, do your templates. Just grab old, I think this is actually Stampin' Up! Cardstock, to be quite honest, because I thought it was going to work. Grab, like, I have a whole bunch of paper that I got from, like, other retail locations that is not Stampin' Up! And I usually use that because they're kind of weird colors that I probably would never use to create with anyway. But essentially, this is kind of what I do, and I write my notes, and then it makes sense to me, right? So I strongly suggest you do this. Okay. Now, so I found that one. I loved it, right? And then I thought, oh, how pretty would this one be? So this is the new Celebration paper. This one that I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw it in the catalog or like online, I was like, that is the ugliest paper I have ever seen. I did. I was like, ew. Check out my post tomorrow. You're gonna see how much I love the paper now. Once I opened it up, I was like, oh my gosh, this paper is beautiful. So, some of it's a little bit like, whoa, okay. These butterflies are from the new butterfly die set, stamp set that's in the occasions book as well. And then I just did Time to Celebrate, and then inside I did Happy Birthday. Okay, so definitely do your templates, right? They are a game changer. Okay, let me show you something. So I was trying to plan stuff with Tina, and I had to go back as I was finding cards, and I started writing out dimensions again on cards that I've already done. Do you know why? Because, friends, I didn't do any templates for these. So this is my goal, is I want to start doing templates for all of it. I will even go and buy cheap paper from the dollar store or from the Michaels store or wherever I have to buy it from, just so I can make templates this year. That's kind of my goal, is to kind of do that, because they are game changers. Okay, so are you like done listening to me gabble gabble? Okay, I need some help. So you're going to have to help me. This is the paper I've chosen. Okay, I'm going to move these cards out of the way just for a second. This is the paper I've chosen, which is the same paper pack as this one. Okay, so this is the back side of this one here. It's beautiful, eh? So so that's the paper, and then this is the other side, which is still nice, but I love this side. Okay, so originally when I was trying to prepare for this, I thought I was going to use Petunia Pop. So here's my Petunia Pop. Okay, I was like, oh, that's nice. You guys see that? That's nice. What's the DSP called? Good question. It's not even near me. My whole pack is in the other room, and I don't have my book near me. It's, I think, it's one of the 3 papers that's in the Celebration book, Linda. It's not the toadstools, and it's not the one with the fruit. So check in the little book, Linda, that you picked up today. My apologies, I don't have the name right close to me, and I didn't grab a book. So originally I thought, okay, Petunia Pop, this is really pretty, right? And then I thought, no, you know what? I don't think I want Petunia Pop. I think it's too purpley. I'm thinking I want Lost Lagoon. And I was like, wait a second. I don't think there's any Lost Lagoon in here. So then I thought, oh, no. I want Summer Splash. That's the one I want. Okay. So I was like, yeah, definitely want Summer Splash. And then I was like, do I want Summer Splash? I don't mind Summer Splash. Well, let me actually go and Bloom Impressions. There you go. Thank you, ladies. You guys are awesome. So then I was like, okay, well, what color is actually in this paper? And you're never going to believe it, but Shy Shamrock is the color that's actually in this paper. Isn't that funny? So Shy Shamrock is one of our in colors. So my question to you, my friends, is what color should I use for this card? So you are going to decide for me. Now, the one downfall to this card, I'm going to let you know right now. I'm usually very conscious of this, but sometimes you just have to do it. This card actually needs 2 pieces of cardstock. Okay, I really try to be frugal and make sure that, you know, I'm using my paper as best as I can, which I'm still going to continue to do. But for this one, for example, I have to have 2 pieces. Okay, so I've seen 2 Shy Shamrocks come in for a vote. I do like the Shy Shamrock. And you know what? It's not a color I probably would have pulled from. Shy Shamrock, Shy Shamrock. Okay, you guys are on the ball tonight. Shy Shamrock, it looks like it's going to be. Which I'm excited about because I don't use Shy Shamrock a lot. Lost Lagoon. I like Lost Lagoon too. I did like that one too. Because it's more of a subtle color, but it's not one of the colors that's in here. I'm excited to try the... I actually did not think that that Shy Shamrock was in here until I actually put it up. And then I was like, oh, I guess it actually is that color. I was thinking this was Lost Lagoon, to be quite honest, but it is actually Shy Shamrock. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's use Shy Shamrock. Majority wins. I'm going to put this cardstock down here. Okay, now, let me put my DSP over here for a second. I only need 1 piece of cardstock right now, okay? And I realized late last night that my blade is dying, so I'm hoping it cooperates long enough for me to actually get this card done, and then I'm going to change it. Okay, so this one I'm going to do at 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, 4 1/4 by 11. Now, oh, I need my bone folder. Okay, so now this one I'm going to score at 5 1/2 and 4 1/2. Now, I think my original card, the measurements might be slightly different to this, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this. Use my bone folder. Use my bone folder and crease that nice. Okay, I'm going to actually put this over here just for a quick second. Now, so here's my card base. Yes, the colors are on the packaging. That's right. So if you've done my Love It, Chop It class with me in the past, you know that I advise you that on the back of the packaging, that piece that has got the colors and the product number on it, cut that out and put it into your packaging with your DSP. Okay, that's one of the tips I will tell you in the Love It, Chop It class, because it's super helpful, and sometimes the colors can be deceiving. I know there's a pack of paper that Tina and I were working with, and it's got like every color you can possibly think of, but really weird colors too. So, okay, so I'm using my tear and tape here. Now, you could use Tombow adhesive for this. Absolutely you could, but I prefer to use Tombow, or a tear and tape for this part, but Tombow would work just as well. I need to replace all my Tombow because it's all dead. So essentially I'm putting it in this 1-inch piece right here, and I'm just creating my book fold is all I'm doing. So you've seen a book fold many times with me before, so that's not anything unusual. Okay, now let's start to make the magic. So we're gonna put this to the side. Now this is where you need your second piece of paper. Okay, so this piece here, and this should be fun because my desk is very small right now. This piece right now, right here, I'm going to just confirm before I cut. I had it in my head, but then I thought, oh boy, as I get talking, I might mess this up. This piece is 8 inches by 8 inches. Okay, so there is a little bit of waste with this card, and I know, not ideal, but trust me, it's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to close up my arm so you can see me better. So now I've got this. I'm going to score this at 4 inches. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches. Okay, so I have 4 quadrants. Okay, is everybody with me so far? Have I lost everybody? No? Okay, so I've got 4 quadrants. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back into my paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut now. So I've scored. I'm going to cut 4 inches down to my first score line. I'm going to turn, line it up at 4 inches again, and I'm going to cut that. So I have now cut out one piece of my quadrant. Put this to the side. Probably should have cut that a little bit better. Do I dare? I find that when I try to fix something, then it just messes it up. So let's just leave well enough alone, especially when my blade is not being amazing. Okay, so I've got 3 quadrants right now, right? So now, directly across from my open spot, so right here, I'm going to actually turn this, and I'm going to make sure that I've got the center here to the tip here. Can you see that? And I'm going to actually score. Okay? Okay. Oh, you know what I did not grab? I did not grab white. I could probably use that. Okay. So, what I want to do at this point is I just want to fold and burnish. Fold and burnish. Has anybody seen this card before, by the way? I'm curious, because I have not seen this. Well, this is the first, well, when I did this card, it was the first time I had done this, so. Now, the important thing of this, friends, is really making sure that everything is burnished really well. Okay? So I'm curious if anybody has ever seen this card before. It's been years since I made it, so. Okay, so everything is nicely burnished. Now, let's put this to the side for a second. I've seen something similar. Yeah, I think there's different things out there. Linda, you should have seen something similar to this because you were at the retreat and we did this together a few years ago. So it might be something similar because it might be exactly this card. Okay, so now I'm going to put my designer series paper in here. Now, what I want to do is I want to cut the piece for the front of my card. So I need to cut a piece. Well, all of this is going to be by 4 inches. So I'm safe to cut my DSP. So it's a full 12 by 12. Now, if you've done my Love It, Chop It, you know that 4 by 5 1/4 is a standard piece that I would tell you to cut your DSP to. So this will work out for that as well. Okay, so let's go 4 inches, and then I'm going to cut at 5 1/4. Is it still 5? Yeah, still 5 1/4. So this will be for the front. Oh, sorry, this is 4 1/4. That's okay. 4 1/4. Right, because that will go here. So it's 4 by 4 1/4. And then because this piece here is 1 inch, right, I'm going to cut this piece of DSP down to, I'm going to do like 3/4 of 1 inch. Okay. So here's this one and here's this one. Okay, so this is what my card is going to, I'm trying to decide for my flowers, which way my flowers need to go. Okay, so let me turn this here. I'm going to hope that my Tombow tonight is going to work because last night it was driving me bonkers. If not, we'll pull out the old tear and tape. Okay, so I'm going to adhere my glue. I thought about making this the Elite Club project this month. But then I thought, nah, I got something else for you. But I think you're going to like as well. Okay, and then I'm going to put some Tombow here. I think my flowers are okay here. Now, could I have put a layer underneath this? 110% I could have. Okay, I'm just keeping it really simple for right now, just for display purposes and that kind of thing. Okay, so there's my front of my card. Super easy, no big deal. Okay, now before I go ahead and adhere this into my card, we want to make sure that anything we want to do to this, we do it now before we put it into the inside of the card. This strip, Linda, is 3/4 of 1 inch by 4. And then this one is 4 by 4 1/4. Okay? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. One of these is going to be white. One of these is going to be DSP. No, 2 of these are going to be DSP. And one is going to be white. Okay? I'm going to keep this one pretty simple just because I don't want to start bringing different cardstocks and papers and that kind of thing. So I know that this is 4 by 4. So I'm going to put this one down at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, this is not big enough to do anything with right now. So then I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm going to go 3 3/4. I could have actually done it 4 by 4, but anyway, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in a piece of white, and this is where I'm going to write my sentiment, my, you know, happy birthday, whatever I want to say. Okay, so these are all 3 by 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, now when I go to cut, I have to cut one of these. So this is how this is going to be built. So one will go here, one will go here, and one will go here. Essentially is what we're doing. Yes, it's 3/4 of 1 inch is a strip by 4. Now, could I use this side? Could I bring in a different paper? I could do a lot of things, right? Just for simplicity's sake for tonight, I'm going to leave it at that. But this is the important part. When I go to cut this piece here, we have to make sure, and let me show you here why. We have to make sure that we're cutting our paper from the right corner to the right corner. So from the top left to the bottom right, we have to cut that right. If we cut it from this side to this side, our paper will have to be flipped and it won't fit. So we have to be very, very aware of that. So again, I want to make sure if my paper is directional, which I feel like it should go this way, I'm going to put it in so my top left to my bottom right. And I'm going to put this into my paper trimmer. Again, making sure my points are in my track. And I'm going to cut. And after I cut, I always panic. Did I do that right? So this should go here. If I did it right. And this one will go here. Okay. Have I lost anybody at this point? Am I going too fast? It's easy for me because I've done this card a few times. So if you want me to slow down and repeat any instructions, let me know. Okay, so I'm just putting my triangle in here. And again, if you want to add any layers to this, so if you want to put a layer behind this, you are absolutely can do that. Again, for tonight, I'm just keeping things pretty simple. And this is just your starting point, right? So then the possibilities are endless. This would have made a very nice holiday card, actually. I wish I had found it sooner. So then when I go to do my, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to glue this down here, I guess. Oops. That does not have a lid on it, FYI. I thought I had to take the lid off. Where's my flowers? My flowers will go this way. So if you're doing directional paper, you really have to pay attention. If you're not using directional paper, even better. So sometimes with fun folds like this, you kind of want to just be very, very cautious. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute because before I go any further, I want to do some decorating. So I'm kind of doing a bouncing all over the place kind of thing tonight, but there's a reason for it because it just kind of goes a little bit smoother that way. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to bring in this Labeled with Love, a stamp set, and punch, which is an awesome set. And I'm going to make this, what do I want to make this card? Do I want to make it a happy birthday? I kind of want something that will go like landscape this way. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually punch first. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the pop-out trick tonight. Just to see if we can kind of give it a little bit more dimension. So, does anybody have any thoughts on what this card should be? Should it be a happy birthday? Should it be just for you? Thanks, friend. Any thoughts? Anybody still out there with me? Or am I talking to myself? Birthday. I was thinking birthday too, Janet. I think we have very similar thinking. I like the happy birthday. Honestly, I do. And I'm going to kind of tell you why. Because I think these are absolutely adorable. Actually, this whole set I absolutely love. Just for you. Looks like a birthday card. Just for you. I could do it just for you, and then I could do this on the inside. What do you think? Birthday. Just for you. Birthday. We got a 50-50 here, guys. Let's do a just for you. And then I'm going to do this on the inside. And the reason I'm saying that is because these flowers almost look like these flowers. To be quite honest. So let's do this. Okay, this block is a little overkill. I know. That's okay. You guys are like 50-50 between just for you and birthday. Okay, so what sentiment do I want to, what color do I want to do my sentiment in? Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, which is the same color as my paper. I was going to do it in Shy Shamrock, but I'm thinking it might be too much green, so I was thinking Petunia Pop. What do you think? Petunia Pop, just for you? And then what I'll do is I can do Petunia Pop for this, and then Shy Shamrock for those on the inside. What do you think? Kind of keep all the colors together? Petunia. Petunia. We like Petunia. I have got to get my chamois and my Stampin' Scrub out. I don't know where I've put them. Everything is just in such a state of disarray. But I have to tell you, it was very nice to come... Oh, I just stamped that crooked. It's very nice to come over yesterday and actually create. I think I flipped that. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay. I'm just not going to stress. I'm not going to stress myself out over the fact that it's off a hair. Because I know it's there. Nobody else knows it's there. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take this and we're going to cut this in half. You've seen this trick a million times, I know. But I'm going to do it 1,000,001. Oh my gosh. So I have a container that I keep all my dimensionals in, and it's stuck. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional there, and a dimensional here, and I'm like getting caught on all the paper that's surrounding me. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pop it out. I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to pop it out. Okay. We're going to add a butterfly. I think we can add a butterfly. Okay, so now, gotta be careful where I put this. This will go here. Okay. How cute is this? Okay, just for you. Now, we have to do this piece before we do anything else. So, I am going to grab, because my husband's turned the water off again. Bless his heart. But I never know the water's off until I go use it, and then I realize that the water's off, which is very annoying. Okay. So I'm going to put this just for you away. Now, I'm going to share a little trick with you. I actually, with this one, I don't know if anybody else has found this, but with this set particularly, I actually find it's easier to stamp the leaves and then do the flowers. Normally, I don't. Normally, I'm like, no. So, but for this one, I don't know why, I struggle lining it up. So I'm going to use Shy Shamrock. Okay. I'm going to line that up. Okay, there's my Shy Shamrock. Look how nice and vibrant that is. Okay. Shy Shamrock, let's put that one away. See, I'm like so good on video putting things away, but when I'm actually creating, I get in such a zone that I just throw things to the side and just carry on. I'm glad to see I'm not the only person that's like that, though. You guys made me feel a lot better. I almost didn't post that picture because I was like, that is embarrassing. Your desk looking like that. But, well, maybe there's others. Okay, so now trying to do this on camera without sticking my head in the camera is always a challenge for me. Not stick my finger in the ink pad either. Now, I'm not going to guarantee this is going to be bang on because I can't really see where I'm stamping. Let's just try. Okay. Not bad. Now, let's get Petunia over here. Okay. Now, before we go too much further, let's see if we can find a piece of Petunia pop, because I do want to do a couple butterflies, because I really do like the butterflies. Now, the butterflies, though, friends, are actually the ones I'm using. Actually, wait for it. All right here. So I need to put these together. But see this new butterfly set? Isn't it pretty? But look at these dies. I have to put these together on my magnets. But look, these you can make shaker cards with. Look how pretty. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of Petunia pop. I'm going to cut out a couple butterflies. So stay with me. Do not run away. I've got Petunia pop right here. I'm over to my die cutting machine, which is right here. Oops, and I got something sticking on me. And I am going to cut out two beautiful butterflies. And we are going to adhere those. Okay, here we go. Okay, now, are any of you crafting along with me? I'm curious. Wasn't sure how many of you were daring enough to try this card with me, or are you just watching along? Writing down the instructions, maybe? Okay. Let's move this one over to the side. See, I just throw things over to the side, then they slide over. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay. So let's put one here. So I'm going to use my mini dimensionals from my paper pumpkin. I'll put one here. Oh, if I was smart, I would have put ribbon behind that. But anyway, behind this piece, but okay. I don't like that, actually. I'm going to put that one there. I don't know. This one looks funny tonight. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, maybe. Okay, so where's my other piece? Right here. So now that I've got this here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. I'm trying to make sure I don't actually put it onto my baby wipe here. Okay, so I'm going to write, I could write my message there. Oh, I need butterflies for there. Oh, poopy poop. Okay, let's just get this down and then we can actually do more on the inside if we wanted. Okay. Now, this is the fun part. That's okay. That's okay, Belinda. You can just take the measurements, and then when you're home and rested, you can absolutely create. Okay, so friends, are we ready? This is the fun part. Here is my book fold. This is the part that you really have to think about. Okay? Okay. Here's my inside. Now, I am going to close this up. Now, I'm going to say this to try to not confuse you. This part that's opened, okay, is going to go against your book fold. And the reason is, let's try this before I actually glue anything down, because this is where I messed up the last time, is when I open, right? See that? So when I did my other one, I did it this way, I think. So you have to make sure that your open section, so essentially my flower looks a little bit weird, but my open section is actually going to go against my book fold. Does that make sense? And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to center this, and I'm going to use tear and tape. This is not a spot where you want to use inexpensive adhesive. Do not skimp on your adhesive at this point. Okay? I don't usually tell you not to use, like, oh, don't use that, don't. This I'm telling you, do not use inexpensive adhesive for this, please. Because you will do all this beautiful work for your friends and your family, and then when they go to open it, it will fall apart on them and you will be embarrassed. So, this is where we pull out the good stuff. Okay, so I'm using tear and tape. I could actually go there too if I wanted, but okay, so I'm going to center this. I'm going to start to pull this off. Okay, making sure. Making sure this is where I want it to be, right? And I'm going to close this up. And then what I'm going to do is flip it over. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to apply more. Yes, Sheila, that's a great way to explain it. So the fold goes to the bottom of the card. Yes, that's fantastic. Sometimes I think I make sense, but then I'm like, is that actually confusing the way I explain that? Because it makes sense to me because I know what I'm trying to do, but I don't know that if it makes sense to those that are watching. Because sometimes on camera it's really kind of hard to see what you're trying to accomplish. Okay? So, taking down my tear and tape, taking down my tear and tape, tear and tape, and tear and tape. And then I'm just going to close this up, and we're going to cross our fingers, and we're going to hope I did this right. Shall we lay bets if it's done right or not? Here's the front. Pretty. There you go. What do you think? Now, I'm going to tell you something. The more I look at this, the more I'm realizing. I think actually where's my original card? Yeah. So I think my original fold, yes it is, right, is actually in more. So can you see that on camera? So this one I did it at 1 inch, and I think this one I did it at 1.25 inches, probably. I did. 1.25 inches. So I scored this at this one at 1.25 inches. And the difference being, see how it's kind of like more at the seam here? Whereas this one, there's a bit of a gap. You see what I'm saying? Can you see that? So it doesn't matter because nobody really knows, but that would be my difference. Okay, so here we go. Time to celebrate, just for you, and then my original. So, you got to tell me, did you like that card? Is that a card that you were like, wow, that was really fun? Are those the type of cards you like to see on the lives? Or do you want me to go back to just scraps? Or you like mixed? You seem to really like the waterfall card. So, and again, how you decorate this is completely up to you. I probably would, now this bugs me, now that I know it's there, it's bugging me. I probably would score this at 1.25 instead of 1, because this, now that I see it, it's really starting to bug me. But anyway, and again, you can add like an extra layer. Like I could have put Petunia Pop like very, very thin around. I was going to do this card for our event in March, and Tina said no. She said, we can't do that card. Are you kidding me? I was like, it's not that hard. But, so, yeah. So there you go. So I don't even know what this is called. It's a pop-up card. I don't know, honestly, pop-up easel card. I don't know what you would call this card. Honestly, I'm not even sure. But it definitely is a fun one. And I was like, and I love this paper. And I think I kept this one because A, obviously because of the fold, but B, because of the paper. So I have set cards that I won't part with. They're either there because they're a great reminder for me to do, or I love the way they turned out, and I just want that special person to give it to. That was one of them. So I was kind of going through trying to rifle through new cards, and I was like, oh. And so I found this one. So I feel like, okay, we need to create this one. So I did it with the celebration paper, and I thought it's a great way to showcase that. And then, of course, like you can decorate this part too, right? And this part too, if you choose, right? Like you could put like a message here too if you wanted, or like decorate with like an embellishment, or like greenery, whatever, right? Like you know you can use this. And this part too, right? So use all the sections. I just wanted to show you super quick how to put that together, because I think that's really a super fun one. And it's not one I've seen around for a while. So I wish I knew who the original owner was of this, because I'd like to give him credit, but it's been like 3 years. So yeah. So just a reminder, check out the pop-up class. Those of you that expressed an interest in the catalogs, I will get those out to you now that I've seen them on the list, because they did not come up on my list before. So I will go and get those ready for you right now so we can get those mailed out. Yeah, so Laren, my original card, this piece is 1.25. It's scored at 1.25, like 1.25 different. So I think I did mine at like 1 inch. These ones are scored at like 1 inch. This one's actually scored at 1.25. This one here. So yeah, so you may have to adjust those measurements a little bit, which I might have to adjust my template, but all right, friends, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. I wish you all a very, very happy new year, and I'm so excited to see you in 2025, and hopefully we have some really good fun things together. All right, thanks everybody. Enjoy your week, and we'll chat soon. Bye.